XRP, we start with daily chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, we don't need to care about these lines, all right? It's as indicative. The only things we're looking for, we want to see whether the price can break the previous type, which is the all-time high. And at this point, we are looking for 1.97 as a support because as we can see a few times the price tag, then we see the reversal. There was a breakout, then we come up with a 147, all right? Now this is what we get. Now the question is whether this is in relative to any of this, and if that means we can look for the next drop, and if we get the next drop we can look for 1.47, all right? But as we can see the overall market is reversing right now. We're looking at this one and we want to see whether we can expect for the price to continue and we can expect to see the breakout of the all-time high or not, okay? And this is how we can look at the chart. But we move to monthly chart. We want to see what we have been looking for, and based on monthly chart, first of all, since the price was within here, we have been looking for buy, all right? And we mentioned with the breakout of the all-time high, and even at this point with the breakout of the all-time high, we're looking for 4.2 as a short term targets, and then we're looking for 5.4. For me, the target I'm looking for is 5.4 and above. That means 5.4 and 6, any target within this range, this is at least I'm looking for. Okay, that's why I mentioned this is the short term. That means with the breakout of the all-time high as a short term, we can look for 4.2. All right, but the targets I'm looking for is above 5.4, at least 5.4. All right, within 5.4 and 6. This is the first target. Then after that, we're looking for 8, somewhere around 8. Then the best one we can expect is 10. Above 10 at this point, we cannot talk. All right, that's why the targets I'm looking for is at least 5.4. And the only thing is how we can look for buy, because based on monthly and weekly chart, we are within this correction. All right, and as long as the price stay above 1.97, this is what we're looking for. As long as this overall market start to move, right? Then the only thing is how we can look for buy based on lower time frame. And if we move to daily chart, all right, I don't see any trade setup. And if anyone wants to look for buy as a they want to look for the trade setup, they have to look for the lower time frame. And as long as the price is below 2.97, we within this range, I'm not coming with any targets. The only thing is we have to see the breakout of the previous stop. As long as the price could, that's mean if you get any opportunity for buy from here, as long as the price could break or tag the previous stop, we move our stop loss to break even, or even if we can book some profit. All right, then from with the breakout of the 2.9 and all-time high, we can look for 4.2. And as I mentioned, I don't see any trade setup, and we don't need to refer to the indicators because we don't see any new information. And if we move to forward chart, even based on forward chart, I don't see any trade setup. Can we put our entry above here? It can be an option, but it's not a really good idea. All right, then if we move to 1 hour chart, now we want to see whether we can look for, get the flag from here to look for buy or not. And even if we get the flag, mostly we have to put somewhere in the entry somewhere around 2.24, 2.23. Okay, but at this point we have to wait. That means I don't see any trade setup. And if there is any opportunity for buy, we will take it, but we have to like wait for the trade setup, because for me at this point, even if the price continue from here, I don't see any opportunity which I be interested in. That means I prefer to wait. Okay, then the only things we can conclude here that if this is the start of the reversal with the breakout of 2.94 and the all-time high, at least we can look for 4.2, and we want to see the breakout of the 4.2 because the targets we can look for is 5.4. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.